since 1999, when I first began writing on space threats and Earth changes, there's always been one constant: disinformation. And the disinformation that I see being injected into the topic of Comet Eleninu is very well organized and apparently well funded. And no doubt there's some heavy questions weighing on your mind, namely being, what does this mean to me and when? As the old idiom goes, you hope for the best and prepare for the worst. And that is what we had in mind when we prepared this worst case scenario for our Comet Eleninu forecast. And with that, we begin our forecast on September 1, 2011. This is when we enter what we call the danger zone. This forecast begins on September 1, when we first enter the danger zone. The threat level for this day is 0. On September 2nd, Eleninu arrives in the vicinity near the Sun, where an electromagnetic event between the two bodies first becomes a faint possibility. On September 11th, 2011, Eleninu reaches its point of perihelion. Here it is at its closest distance to the Sun, which is approximately 45 million miles. At this time, there is the strongest possibility of an electromagnetic event involving the Sun. The maximum threat date for this forecast is September 26, 2011, during a direct inferior conjunction. In this alignment, Eleninu is found directly between the Sun and Earth. The principal concern with this inferior conjunction alignment is the possibility of a catastrophic electromagnetic event involving all three objects: the Sun, Comet Eleninu, and the Earth. Such an event could produce cosmic lightning bolts, and this alignment will put Earth squarely in the crosshairs of this threat. At this time, we could see a violent solar interaction heading directly towards the Earth, along with increased seismic and volcanic activity, as Eleninu briefly becomes as bright as a second sun in the sky. By October 1, 2011, the threat begins to ease off as Eleninu moves away from its inferior conjunction alignment with the Sun and the Earth. The period between November 3 to November 7, 2011 puts us into the second highest threat level for several days as Earth passes through Eleninu's tail. During this time, we may see large meteor showers and some deadly impact events. We should also expect higher levels of seismic and volcanic activity. Whether you accept or reject Hopi prophecy, or believe that Comet Eleninu is just a wimpy comet, makes no difference. All you have to do is turn on the television, and then what do we see on the news these days?